Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently having pops dying out over here. Now we do have some actions being taken here, but this winter is just going to be rough here. The question is, will they get enough over the spring, summer, and fall to get through another winter? That's the real question as of right now. Do we have any actual colonizable provinces? The answer is no. And we also have some food issues up over here, which isn't shocking. Okay, we have a martial perk, and we can take original thinker, or we could take a naval trait. Sure, I don't really care either way. Sure, we could become friends with this guy. That seems fine. So, the next question is, do we want to attack these guys? And I think the answer to that is a definite yes. The question then becomes when. How are these guys doing up over here? Where are they? Up over here. Okay. So they're making some progress, but that's not really going to be a big deal. Okay. So I'm thinking we attack directly on the revolt here. If we declare this, they would have this tiny little ally that is fully occupied. That's not relevant. Okay. And our war goal would be to take this, which is right here. We can grab that quickly, and then we can peace out at any time, is the idea. So let's go ahead and declare this. That'll be wonderful. And these guys are going to go directly in, while these are going to go... We can't actually go there. Yeah, we're going to be blocked throughout all of here. But we can make our way out to here. Okay. There's going to be some awkwardness going on over this way. We could send a force up over this direction, which actually I'm interested in hiring these mercs and sending them to go up over here, like this. And take this maybe, too. We'll see what that ends up looking like. We'd like to take this ourselves. I don't think we can, but that would be an interesting thing to do. They do have a force here of 14k, though, so that means that we should probably sit down here for right now and have these guys unit reorg and be in place to defend this. Okay, so that seems fine. This will be the war goal under our control. Wonderful. And now we can simply move on to up over here. Okay. So that alone is going to be a very big deal. That's going to get us ticking war score. They lost to Siracine. Okay. That actually changes things up this direction significantly. I like it. That's really, really good. So we're going to be able to get ourselves some territory out over here, and we're only fighting half of these, right? So that's going to definitely change things in our favor. We're going to get a fair amount of territory out over this direction. The main question is, how much? Well, we will see. Oddly, this is not considered the capital here. This is. Well, isn't that awkward? Okay, let's move our navy out over here. We're going to have to do a naval invasion out this way. It's not the end of the world, but it's... Ooh, these guys are actually capping here. Hang on. That's going to change where the capital is. That also means we won't be able to attack out over here with these guys. Let's embark them either way. We'll see what ends up happening here. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's what I expected. This is now becoming ours, auto-capping from here, which is now actually the capital. So we don't have anywhere where we can attack from the sea here. We can go up into Siracine and then come down this direction, though. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to come on up over here. And that'll be absolutely fine. So these guys have not arrived yet. Noted. We're at 5 war score at this time. That's noted. And ticking is, of course, on our side. So we can do this whenever we want. We can peace out. Well, as soon as we get 10 war score, anyway. So the next goal for this army would be to come up over, like, these areas. That'll be fine. I'm not sure how much territory we're actually going to be able to get out of this, to be clear. Okay, so this area is lacking a governor. We'll put in this guy. That seems absolutely wonderful. And these are going to be finishing up here very, very soon. This is actually their last location that they need to do a road build through. So we're going to have them walk back over to Tudek. And then these guys, their goal is going to be to come down through here and to attack there. We can get around pretty quickly because we pre-built all of these roads. So that will be absolutely wonderful. I'm going to go put our navy up here for now. And that looks great. So these guys are going to be sitting here on unit reorg to build up their food again. That'll be fine for the time being. Okay. So how are we looking down here? I'm assuming we have this capped. We do. Awkward state border. Okay, so we would come up over to here. Now this is looking good. We are definitely able to get some good stuff out of this coattail, I think. So we need a new governor for Assyria. This is fine. And we'll see what we end up getting out of all this. But for now, this is looking absolutely magnificent. So these guys have arrived here, and they flipped that to us. Very convenient. And these no longer need to be on unit reorg. So from here, they can come down this direction, actually. That looks good. This might have to go to Siracine, which would be awkward for us, but we'll see what that ends up feeling like. Okay, so these guys, they would then come down this direction. We're still moving up this way. So we're at 20 war score right now. Things are looking good there. And I'm wondering how the construction out over this way is going. That was here? Okay, that's going to take a while yet. Noted. Cool. So that all seems fine. We have all of this capped. And keep in mind, while we have this capped, they can't come in and take it back because we coattailed them. So this is phenomenal. This is a really, really good situation to be in right now. I'm very pleased with how this is playing out thus far. Like, incredibly, incredibly pleased with it. Some of the stuff we're not actually going to be able to take, but we're absolutely stepping on their toes right now. And that's good. That's exactly what we want to be doing here. So we're going to be moving up over this way, and the question is, just how much territory can we actually take here? So, as a bit of a hypothetical, I'm not actually going to do a peace deal right now. I don't see a reason to do a peace deal here. But as a hypothetical, if we were to take this stuff, that alone would be 48 AE. We could take this up over here. That would be 54 AE. We cannot control this, so that would all have to go to Siracine. We wouldn't be able to take anything up over here. Okay. We might not take this stuff up here as it is. We're getting close to capping out how much we can take from this, though. So we're going to have to exit this war sooner rather than later. And we apparently won a battle up here. Okay. I don't know when that happened, but sure. So this capital's here. We would want to come down to here, would be the next location. Done. So that all looks good. And then these guys would be able to come down to here. No, this seems really, really good. So this is all going to get auto-capped here. This is all going to get auto-capped. Beautiful. So now I want these lads to come up over to here. Looks great. So let the auto-cap occur. And at this point, if we were to look to peace out, what would we be at for war score? We're not going to run into issues with aggressive expansion. The issue is going to be how much value we can take, right? So this is 63, this is 74, this is 86, this is 88 right here. We're not going to be able to take much more than this, but we can take a little bit. So here's what I'm thinking right now. We take this, and that's kind of it. So I'm going to force march these guys. I'm not even sure that we're going to get this entire state. This is going to be a lot of new territory, though. That's for sure. So we're going to come on down here. That's no problem. And we're just going to get a maximum peace offer here, which it looks like they're going to be very willing to accept. So that sounds wonderful. There's definitely going to need to be some road work done down here. No doubt about that. But this is looking great. This will also link us up with the Garen territory out over here in theory, maybe. Well, maybe. It would be close? Actually, I think it would. That'd be a really good thing, ultimately. So let's get this capped. That'll be fine. And I want these guys to continue moving down here, but we're not going to be able to get down here, right? Yeah, this is literally the end. We're not going to get any further than this, even if we weren't limited by war value. This is literally the end. So that's fine. We're just going to get a bunch of stuff out of this, and we'll see how much we can actually get. So we're going to cap this. This will eventually fall. That is Garrett and Siracine over there. Okay, noted. So let's pop up over here and finish off this siege. That's actually done. So let's let this auto cap, and we're peacing out. A nice and easy war. Exactly what we wanted to do is carve into these guys while they have their rebellion going on. It's good timing, too. We're going to be getting out of this around the time they finish their rebellion, and so that seems good. So at this point, this is 88. So we're already connected up here to Siracine and Gera. We don't need to worry about that. We can come here. This is 107. Okay. So if we were to reset this, we take everything over here for sure. What if we were to come down to here? We absolutely want to take this territory up here. That's 92. Okay. So if we take this, that puts us at 111, and we're going to have to start backing off over this direction a bit. 101, that's 94. That would be 109. Okay, let's try this again out over this direction. So we definitely know that we want all of this territory, for sure. That puts us right at 99, right there. That's probably about the best we're going to get. They have 6 reasons to not accept this right now. Okay, well, that should change very shortly. We just went up to 72. How's this looking now? They have 2 reasons to not accept this at this moment. Okay, so this is 99 peace offer. I don't think that we could get, like, any of this up over here. Actually, this would be 100 peace offer, and they would accept this now. We do this. This is a huge chunk of territory. This is also going to be 54 aggressive expansion, so we're going to be up there, but nobody's really going to be able to do anything about it, so we will definitely accept that. This is taking a hot moment to calculate. Okay, there we go. I'm going to get rid of these mercs. I'm going to put these guys right up over... Actually, they're pretty much where I want them to be. These lads over here, they're going to move down to here. Okay. And we're going to get some of that going, and these guys, they can probably just keep doing what they're doing, I think. We're still on 0 food right now. Changing by 0 per month, so, you know, that's exciting. I'm thinking right now that we should move them up over here and bring them back to our territory and just rest them for a while. And we'll get any road construction that we want to get done with these guys, so that are already over in this area. So that seems fine. We're lacking a governor in this area, which is not surprising. Okay. I clicked the wrong button there, but whatever. I don't think it's actually a problem. So we're going to head on down this direction. Looks good. And these guys, we're going to put them onto road build. I want them to start building this road throughout Gera that we previously had planned. So that would be something along the lines of this. Like that. Okay. And then this would be coming back. That's Atavia out over this way. So we need to come back up here and build a road like so. About like that. And then this would come up through here like this. Now this here is actually not controlled by us. That I didn't intend to have happen. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world. But I did intend to control this. Okay. It's not the end of the world, though, because we're still connected out over this way, and that's absolutely fine for the moment. So let's bring this back over to here, and then we'll set this road to construction just like that, and we'll leave these guys be for the time being. Okay, now these over here are going to have a significant amount of road construction. I'm going to split this force in half. So we're just waiting for them to arrive here. We're going to split this force, and then we're going to send half of them up over to here, while the other half... Okay, yeah, that's unblack flagged. I want these guys to come up over to here, while the other half immediately begins a road construction. And their goal is going to be to build a road all along this coastline for right now, connecting into our existing road network here. Okay, and then that is going to loop back over here like so, and then it's going to come up through here for sure, and they're going to build a road all the way around this segment here like that. So for now, that's all they're going to do, although I do kind of want them to come out this way as well. Make sure that there's a road like this, and then a road like that. And then the rest of this, I'm going to order with this other force. So these guys, they're going to eventually get up there. Yeah, it's these guys here. They're going to eventually get up to here. And yeah, that's where I want to start this road construction. So that'll be okay. And let's actually force march these up there. So we're going to force march them to here to get them there a little bit more quickly. There we go. Now, in terms of construction in this area, farming settlements. Lots and lots of farming settlements. Let's get going on all of that. And then we're going to have to rework these cities as well, but let's get those farming settlements done. No mines to be built. The rest of this we can build slave estates in, which will be absolutely fine. This is a lot of territory that we just took, so this is definitely going to be a bit of a thing. We're going to have to chill for a while, of course. We're at 57 aggressive expansion after that. But that is a big carve-out of these guys' power. They've also got this exclave up here that is looking vulnerable. So we're going to continue to work towards that as well. So for now, let's get these guys into position, and I want to get these roads building. I also want to check up over here. Okay, these guys are actually replenishing their food here. This looks good. So I guess they weren't replenishing food while in our vassal, but they are replenishing food now. So we're going to leave them be for the moment. Looks absolutely fine. And now what we want to do is we want to take these guys off of Force March and on to build road. And they are going to build a road approximately like this, making sure that, and some of this road already exists, but they're going to make sure that this road from here, I kind of want to come out over this direction and make sure that the road goes all the way up over here, which we know that this will then connect in up here. So that seems fine. A connection here and then coming up over here like that. Coming out over this way and then back through here. Cool. And then this should definitely connect up through here, but we can't build there right now. That's not our territory. So we're going to need to have a road work out over this direction, I think. And then that would come down to about here. Make sure that this is connected up. This is Mashi's, which we do not have control over. Okay. So just make sure that that connects into the road network down to the south. Okay, let's see how this looks with both of these selected. Okay, so that means that we're going to have to make sure that we have roading out over this direction, and I'd like this to be connected in over here. That should be broadly okay. There's a road here existing. I want to make sure that we have one coming down like this, and then something kind of like that. Probably. So it'll look like this. And then with these guys selected, this would be the overall road setup once all of this is finished. I think that's reasonably fine. Okay, so that looks good. Now we can start to go into our city buildings. And we would want to go in here, go all the way to the top, sort by amount we can build, and we know that our next location would be Heka. Okay, so that is one of these new cities, and this is ultimately going to need, well, It produces iron. That's an easy choice. So something along the lines of that will do. Next up would be Yazd, which is right up over here. This produces cloth. We could definitely make an argument to make that be tech, but honestly, I think we produce way more tech than we need anyway. So I'm going to make this also be production, something along the lines of that. There we go. Next would be Tabas. Where are you at? Right up over this direction. Okay. We produce camels. Whatever. I'm not a big fan of camels as a production, but I mean, we could use more camels, I suppose. Next up would be Farseer, which is down here. Okay. I mean, this has got a long ways to go. It produces gemstones, so sure. Something like that'll do. It does have this granary. I don't think that's strictly speaking necessary. We could replace that with a farmer's market. Food's kind of low here. We're going to want to come back to these and get all of that sort of thing done later on. So Daysir is the next location. It's got 9 open building slots. Iron, easy. Obviously, we do production in an iron-producing city. No question about that one. So Alsara is the next location down here. Okay, this is that holy city. So we're going to want to put in an additional mill, and we're going to want to put in slave traders and taverns here. We produce incense, but we're going to do this. It's going to be a little awkward. We need this for our mission. That's understood. Next up is going to be Hormirzad, which is right up over here. Cool. It's already got a farmer's market. The port is intriguingly located, but this settlement has one. So I think we're going to get rid of that. We'll keep the settlement port, probably. Vegetables. Never mind. I've changed my mind. We're going to build a farming settlement there. We're going to put this port back here. I think having a port over here is a useful thing. So we'll do that for now. And beyond that, I do not want this court of law or this commercial district. We are just going to make this production. So it's going to be something like that. No problem. Next up is going to be Karmana, which is right up over here. Okay, this is all over the place. It produces wood, which is a pretty decent production. This is a capital with 80 population cap, so keeping this aqueduct is not a bad thing. We can definitely do that and dial this back to something like this, and this will eventually become a metropolis candidate. So a foundry, we do 3 mills, 2 slave traders, and a couple of taverns. Something like that. Beautiful. Next up would be Sabzeverin. Where are you at? Oh, literally right next to it. Okay, sure. Well, that is absolutely fine. Camels here. I mean, definitely the Great Temple is useful. The granary is probably useful, but I'm going to get rid of it. We do have a farmer's market. I'll keep that around. Our food's low. We may evaluate that later, but for now, something like that. We can put in some foundries, some mills, a couple of slave traders, and a tavern, like so. Okay, next up would be Pap. We're now, I think, at the locations that are no longer new cities, so that's definitely noted. This is already a metropolis. That looks good. We're at 199 out of 200. We are growing, but I'm going to put in a farmer's market just in case. And we could also make the argument of putting in a farmer's market here and one here, just in case. We like to have food. So next up would be Knossos. I mean, that's on Crete. Right out over here. So that's fine. What would we be interested in here? It's already a metropolis, so that seems wonderful. I mean, really just a pair of tax offices will do the trick. Okay, Arvad is next. Where are you at? Right over here. Okay, so we could definitely put in an aqueduct and then a tax office. This could be a metropolis candidate, so I'm okay with that. Next up would be Salyen. Right out over here. This is not a very developed city, and it should have a road going through here, but it doesn't. Actually, there's some road missing in this area in general. Let's bring these guys over. So we're going to embark this army, and we're going to sail them on down over here. They're going to have to disembark. like with a naval landing, but that's fine. We just don't have a port over here right now. We probably should, to be honest. This produces steppe horses. You know what? Let's put in a port here. That'll be fine. Wonderful. Okay, so the next location would be, of course, Salyan, right here. So this, we're definitely interested in putting in a slave trader and a tavern. That'll be fine. And then we do Xanthos. Where are you? Right down this way. Beautiful. So this, we're definitely wanting to put in a forum and a freeman district. And then I want to do Makua is the final location for right now. So that looks good. No major issue there. I'm going to put in just a pair of tax offices there, I think. Actually, I'm going to do one aqueduct. There we go. That can become a metropolis candidate later. Now, I do want to go through here really swiftly and just check to see... This is a settlement. Noted. I want to just check to see if there are any locations that are a city that is recently taken that is not currently constructing. Just scamming. Yeah, I guess we are scamming. We did kind of scam India out of this territory. But I just want to scan through this very quickly, and yeah, I don't see any cities here. So that looks fine. I don't think there's any problem then. So now what I want to do is I want to get these guys positioned over here. Get that road queued up that we know that we have missing. We have a little bit of road missing here and a little bit of road missing here. Otherwise, I think our road is decent in this area. But I do want to get this going. So let's come on down here, and as soon as we arrive, which should be very, very shortly, we're going to disembark here. Eventually. There we go. We'll disembark, and we can sail these guys back to their port up over here. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, apparently there's a heresy. Sure. So we're going to head up over this direction, and I want these guys to go on to road build, and they're going to build a road straight down like that, and then they're going to come up over this direction, and they're going to build a road like that. Then the question is, I guess that path is fine. We can build a road like this. It's not ideal, but it'll do. It'll do. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to get all of these roads completed eventually. Eventually. It will take some time. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.